Welcome.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bash in Berlin. And ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking things off with the United States Championship. And making his way down to the ring, the man who earned this opportunity just a couple nights ago, defeating Lexis King, Joe Hendry, is looking to capture his first United States Championship, his first WWE title here in Universe mode. We are live from the Uber Arena here in Berlin, Germany. And the crowd does believe in Joe Hendry. But Joe Hendry have one hell of an opponent here tonight if he wants to win that United States Championship. Because ladies and gentlemen, here comes the United States Champion, the Apex Predator. Future Hall of Famer in his own right, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Orton winning that United States Championship at SummerSlam. And that triple threat match between Ethan Page and the former United States Champion in Finn Balor. And now Randy Orton looking to retain that United States Championship. To kick us off here in Berlin, Germany. His first title defense as United States Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, let's take you down to Mike Rome for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 231 pounds, Joe Hendry. And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, the Viper, Randy
Randy Orton doesn't look afraid like he's gonna lose the United States Championship. The Apex Predator handing over the United States title. Now what they fighting for, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get into the opening contest. Referee, ring that bell and we underway here in Berlin, Germany for that United States title. And now Randy Orton ducking the punch, and now Hendry finds a knee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are locking up here in Berlin. Randy Orton pushing Hendry to the ropes. And Randy finds the right hand to the chin of Hendry. Hendry went for that cross body, but Orton moved out of the way and plants him with the DDT. And now Orton trying to slow down the pace of this match, dropping the knee on Hendry. And now Hendry gets back up to his feet. Orton sends him into the corner. Big right hand by Orton. And now Orton with the uppercut. down goes Henry in the corner. And now just stepping on the chest of Joe Hendry. And now what does Orton have in mind? Dropping the knee on Joe Hendry. And now Orton getting reversed by Hendry, and now locking up once again here in this matchup. Orton working over the shoulder now of Hendry. Big shoulder to the shoulder of Hendry now. And now Orton taking down Hendry with an arm drag. And now Orton with the back breaker down on Joe. And now what does Orton have in mind? Turning around Hendry one more time and stomping out the head of Hendry. And now Orton hearing those voices in his head. Hendry though finds the reversal, and down at the crossbody goes Orton. And now Hendry working over the chest of Randy. Dropping that knee and now working over the arm of Orton. And now Hendry with the power getting up the apex predator and down with the sit-out powerbomb. And now Hendry turning over the Viper, but Randy finds the reversal. Hendry though finds the right hand. And now look at the power with the sidewalk slam. Big knee by Hendry once again. And now Hendry showboating in the corner. I don't know if this is a good idea. Big chop. And now Hendry with the snap suplex. Down goes the Apex Predator. And now what does Hendry have in mind? Clothesline. No, Orton dropped Hendry with the German. And now Hendry popped right back up to his feet. Orton with the counter. And now Orton has Hendry for the draping DDT down on Hendry. And now Orton slowing down the pace of this match. And now Orton hearing those voices in his head for the RKO. Going for the pin to retain the United States title. And no, Hendry kicks out. And now Hendry on the ropes. Orton with the back body drop, dropping Joe Hendry on his dome. And now Orton showboating once again here in this match. And now slowing down the pace, dropping the knee on Hendry. And now the crowd chanting for Randy in this matchup. And Randy taking apart the announcer's table. What does Orton have in mind? Hendry getting back up to his feet. Big knee by Orton. And now ducking Hendry once again. And now Orton with an uppercut, laying out Hendry. And now Orton sends Hendry off the ropes. Big punch. Hendry though finds the reversal. Big right hand of his own. And now Hendry sends Orton onto the ropes. What does Hendry have in mind? Throwing Orton at the ropes. Dropping the elbow to the back. And now Hendry turning over the Apex Predator. Now working over the legs of Randy Orton. Trying to lock in the submission. And now there's an elbow to the knee. And now working over the shoulder once again of Orton. Stomp by Hendry. Big kick by Orton. Big punch. No. Hendry though finds the right hand of his own. And now Orton finds a chop. Chop of Joe, but no. Orton finds the reversal. Big right hand by Orton. Chop by Hendry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, both men wants the U.S. title. Both men willing to give everything they have here for the United States Championship. These two men are hockey brawling in the middle of the ring. Big right hand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, right hand after right hand by these men. And now Hendry has Orton stunned in the middle of the ring. What does Hendry having mind dropping the axe handle, going for the pin on Randy. There's two, and a kick out by the United States champion. And now Hendry has Randy up, and Hendry with the standing ovation. And here Orton once again kicking out. And now Orton sent off the ropes, Hendry with the leapfrog, and now Hendry kick to the midsection. Up goes Orton. Orton though finds the elbow to the face of Hendry and planting him with the RKO from out of nowhere. Going for the pin, and Orton retains.
Here is your winner, and still WWE United States Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton!
The RKO from out of nowhere. Let's Randy Orton continue his reign as United States Champion. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the greatest of all time will take on the Mad Dragon and Ilya Dragunov. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back live in Berlin, Germany. And here comes the greatest of all time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
The man who embarrassed the Mad Dragon at SummerSlam, John Cena, is once again going toe-to-toe with the Mad Dragon after Ilya Dragunov attacked Cena after SummerSlam, after Cena pinned Dragunov clean at SummerSlam. Adam Pearce has made it official. Ilya Dragunov will challenge Cena again here tonight. But you gotta remember, ladies and gentlemen, Cena did not have a warm-up for this matchup. But this man, Ilya Dragunov, this man went toe-to-toe with the ring general. And Gunther knocking out Gunther. First with the Torpedo Moscow and then the H-Bomb. Pinning the ring general, the former world heavyweight champion, and now Ilya Dragunov is looking.
From Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilya Dragunov!
Now Ilya Dragunov is looking to embarrass Cena here tonight. Continue that momentum and pin the greatest of all time here in John Cena. Let's get into the second match here in Berlin. Cena, Dragunov. And this matchup is underway. Cena went for the Luthen's press. Dragunov finds the combination. And now Dragunov with the clothesline. But Dragunov on the second rope. Dragunov went for the crossbody. Cena though finds the reversal. Went for the headbutt. Dragunov finds the reversal into the enziguri. And now the Mad Dragon with the chop. Cena though with the big right hand. And now Cena with the springboard cutter down on Dragunov. But Dragunov finds the boot. Big senton reversed. And now Cena with the monkey flip. And ladies and gentlemen, Cena could knock off Dragunov 2 times in a row, both on pay-per-view stages here. And now Cena with the big axe handle down on Dragunov. And now Cena kicking the back of Dragunov. And now what does Cena have in mind here? Getting up Ilya. And now Cena with the face buster down on Ilya. And now Ilya rolls to the outside. Cena follows. And now Cena trying to throw Ilya back inside the ring. Ilya though finds the reversal. And now Ilya climbs to the top rope. Cena already there to meet him. Ilya though finds the right hand. And now Ilya with the crossbody going for the pin on the greatest of all time. There's 2 and a kick out by Cena. And now Cena getting caught with a bunch of kicks. And now there's a punch and another punch. And now Ilya dragging off with the Uranage. Going for the pin on Cena. There's 2 and another kick out by Cena. And now Cena finds the reversal on Dragunov. Kick to the midsection. Went for the DDT. Dragunov though finds the reversal. And now Dragunov with another clothesline down on Cena. And now Cena rolls to the outside. Dragunov had bad intentions. And now look at Cena setting up the 5 moves of doom. 2 shoulder tackles, and now Cena drops Ilya in the middle of the ring. Going for the pin after the comeback, but Ilya though kicks out. And now what does Cena have in mind? Big chop by Ilya. Big enziguri, down goes Cena. And now Cena gets back up by Dragunov, and Dragunov sends Ilya into the corner. Big right hand by Dragunov. And now Dragunov has Cena on the top rope. What does Ilya have in mind? Ilya throwing Cena off the top rope. And once again, Cena rolls to the outside, but this time Dragunov takes flight. Down goes Cena. Big knee to the chin of the greatest of all time. And now Ilya sends Cena inside the ring. Count of 2 by our referee. Cena and Dragunov locking up. Big punch by Cena. Going for the powerbomb. Ilya though slips out of it. Goes for the pin. Cena though reversing the pin. Ilya now reversing the pin of his own. And now Cena once again reversing the pin. And now Ilya forced to kick out. And oh my God, Ilya with the Tope Moscow going for the pin. Might have knocked out Cena. There's 2 and Cena kicks out. John Cena kicking out of the Tope Moscow. And now Ilya Dragunov with the power bomb down on Cena. Kick to the arm, and now Ilya Dragunov with the H-bomb. How he pinned the ring general and Gunther on Monday Night Raw. Going for the pin. There's 2 and Cena once again powers his shoulder up at 2. And now Ilya with frustration starting to show. What does Ilya have to do to beat John Cena? And now Cena rolls to the outside. Dragunov showboating inside the ring. And now Cena with the dragging Ilya face first into the corner. And now Cena driving out the shoulders into the midsection. Stomp to the chest. And now Cena full head of steam with the knee. Stomp to the ankle. And now Cena once again stomping the ankle of Dragunov. And now Cena puts Dragunov onto the ropes. Dragunov though sends Cena to the outside. And now Dragunov on the top rope is missing the senton. And now Cena sends Dragunov into the barricade. And now Cena thinking on what he wants to do to Dragunov, but wasted too much time. And now Dragunov and Cena getting back inside the ring. Dragunov off the ropes with the big ass boot. And now Dragunov is fired up here. Getting up the greatest of all time. Big chop, another chop, and now Dragunov went for the chop of his own. But now Cena got up Cena with the big ass Uranagi by Dragunov. And now Dragunov gets up Cena once again. And now trying to end Cena with the German. But Cena got to the ropes. And Dragunov now with the knee to the face of Cena. But Cena though finds the reversal, taking down Ilya with the Russian leg sweep. Big reversal by Ilya, big ass boot once again. Down goes Cena. And now Cena crawling into the corner. Ilya full head of steam with the boot. And now Ilya from the corner measuring up Cena. Ilya Dragunov with another Tope Moscow, going for the pin to defeat Cena. There's two, and Cena again kicks out. Ilya Dragunov begging with the referee. Ilya can't believe that was only two big ass clothesline. And now Cena gets up Ilya. And now Cena has Ilya on his shoulders. Ilya Dragunov could be in trouble with the military press slam. And now Cena going for the pin on Dragunov to beat the Mad Dragon. And now a kick out by Ilya. And now Cena, frustration starting to show on Cena. Big punch, and now a punch by Ilya. And now Cena, the attitude adjustment down on Ilya, but Ilya kicks out. And now Ilya and Cena gave everything they have at one another. And now Cena climbs to the top rope. What does Cena have in mind? Big punch missed. And now Ilya has Cena for the Powerbomb. And now Ilya wasting no time with the H-bomb. Cena might be out. Going for the pin is Dragunov, and Dragunov pins Cena.
Here is your winner, Ilya Dragunov.
What a win by the Mad Dragon, upsetting the greatest of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and it is time for the WWE World Tag Team Championship match. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Judgment Day. JD McDonough, Josh Briggs. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys remember, 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, Josh Briggs went toe-to-toe with Nathan Frazier. Josh Briggs did pick up the win in that match. And then on the go-home show to Monday Night Raw, Faxion was facing the Viking Raiders and the Judgment Day. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough blindsided the tag team champions, wiping them out, and the Viking Raiders beat the tag team champions. And that's how Judgment Day has another chance to claim gold here on Monday Night Raw, here in the tag team division. But ladies and gentlemen, the champions, JD McDonough, or Faxion, Axiom and Nathan Frazier, wants redemption after that cheap shot. Because now Faxium closing in on 200 days as World Tag Team Champions. And now, can Axiom and Nathan Frazier once again redeem themselves? Because at SummerSlam, if you guys remember, Faxiom retained their titles in that triple threat tag team match at SummerSlam against the OC and the Judgment Day. But let's get into the introductions. Take it away, Mike Rome.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 448 pounds, Josh Briggs and JD McDonough, the Judgment Day. And their opponents at a combined weight of 336 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom.
Is this the last time for Axiom is gonna hold those tag team championships? Here in this ring, Charles Robinson holding up the World Tag Team titles. And now this match is underway. Josh Briggs starting this match out strong with the right hand. And now Briggs gets up Nathan Frazier with the, oh my God, the backbreaker. And now Briggs once again showboating here in this match. And if it happens again, Josh Briggs pinning Nathan Frazier, we might have new tag team champions. And now Briggs taking control of this matchup, isolating Nathan Frazier all by himself. And now Nathan Frazier sent into the Judgment Day corner. Big right hand by JD. And now Frazier with the speed. And now Frazier full head of steam with the drop kick. Now a big ass boot by Josh Briggs. And now dropping the knee on the neck of Frazier. And now Briggs gets Frazier again, double underhook back breaker down on Frazier. Now Frazier could be in trouble. Josh Briggs sending him into the corner of the Judgment Day. And once again finding the reversal. Now rolling up Josh Briggs here in this match to retain, and a kick out by Briggs. Kick to the midsection, and now Briggs attacking the back once again here on Nathan Frazier. Tags in JD McDonough. And now Briggs and McDonough with the tandem arm drags. And now down goes Axiom once again. And now it's all Judgment Day here in this match. Big suicide dive by JD. And now JD off the barricade into a splash. And champions Faxium have the champion's advantage here in this match. Judgment Day can only win by pinfall or submission. Big headbutt missed. And now JD sends Faxium or Nathan Frazier across the ringside area. And now here comes Josh Briggs. Count of 7. Count of 8. And now both men gotta scramble back inside the ring. Big punch by JD. And now JD with the double knees to the face of Josh Briggs or Nathan Frazier. And now JD sends Frazier into the corner, tags in Briggs. And now Briggs with the big body shot. And now Briggs with the choke slam on Nathan Frazier. Going for the pin. Big roll. And Nathan Frazier almost lost the tag team titles for Axiom. And now Axiom distracted by JD on the outside. Big drop kick by Frazier. And now Frazier kicks to the back. And now Frazier went for the moonsault. Briggs rolled out of harm's way. Drop kick once again. Elbow to the back. And now Nathan Frazier gets up Josh Briggs on the rope. Big kicks. And another time. And Josh Briggs is down. And now Nathan Frazier with the moonsault, going for the pin on Briggs. And a big kick out by Briggs. And now Frazier gets up Briggs. Big reversal. Briggs finds the right hand. And now Briggs went for the close on. Big elbow to the back once again by Frazier. And now Frazier going to the apron and dropping the elbow. No. And now Briggs has Frazier with the punches to the face. And now tagging in JD McDonough here in this match in the Judgment Day with the frequent tags here in this championship match. Nathan Frazier popped up to his feet. JD with the crossbody now. And now Frazier sending JD McDonough into the corner. Frazier with the scoop slam down on JD. And now Frazier onto the second rope with the moonsault. Going for the pin on McDonough. And a kick out by McDonough. But there's Josh Briggs with the boot. Big chop. And now McDonough has up Nathan Frazier down with the slam. Going for the pin. There's two and another kick out by Nathan Frazier. And now big punch, big headbutt, and now JD blames Nathan, going for the pin on Nathan Frazier. There's two, and Nathan Frazier again kicks out. What in the hell does Judgment Day have to do to defeat the tag team champions? Big clothesline taking out Charles Robinson. And now Nathan Frazier sends JD into the corner. Big reversal. And now JD plants Nathan Frazier. And now Nathan Frazier sent into the Judgment Day corner once again. Tags in Briggs. And now Briggs with the right hand. Kick to the midsection. Big elbow to the back. Headbutt to the head. And now Briggs gets up Frazier. Big chop into a punch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Briggs is just teeing off on the tag team champion. And down with another powerbomb. Down goes Axiom. And now Briggs measuring up Nathan Frazier. And now Briggs turning Frazier inside out. Going for the pin. Briggs for the titles and the Judgment Day are your new World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, JD McDonough and Josh Briggs, the Judgment Day.
Axiom reign as tag team champions have ended. And now we're in the era of the Judgment Day. Congratulations.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
And you guys heard it This is for the Intercontinental Championship. And here comes a man who recently got traded to Monday Night Raw, defeating Ludwig Kaiser on his Raw debut for this opportunity here tonight to face Javon Evans and Carmelo Hayes. Former United States champion in his own right, looking to claim the Raw's mid-card title, the Intercontinental Championship, and now Carmelo. He said he doesn't miss. Well, we will see if that's true, because if he can, or if he doesn't miss, he will be able to defeat the man who defeated Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam to capture that Intercontinental Championship, and Javon Evans. Javon Evans putting on classics since winning the Intercontinental title, because after SummerSlam Raw episode 37, he faced Johnny Gargano in what was one hell of a cruiserweight classic. And then Javon, the next week after that, took on Axiom, defeated Axiom in that banger of a match. And now he's here in Berlin, Germany, to take on another classic match, classic opponent here in Berlin. Mike Rome, take away the introduction.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes. And his opponent from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 170 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Javon Evans.
Javon Evans handing over that Intercontinental Championship. No referee holding it up. And ladies and gentlemen, this match is underway for the Intercontinental Championship. Javon Evans, Carmelo Hayes locking up here in this match. Evans getting controlled by the back by Carmelo, but Evans reversing it here on Carmelo Hayes. Big elbow to the back. And now Javon looking to take down Hayes with the headbutt. And now Javon locking up once again with the headbutt, and now standing back up. And now Javon with an elbow to the neck. But Hayes sends Javon off the ropes into a dropkick. Big elbow by Hayes. And now Carmelo getting taken down by a reversal by Javon. And now Javon plants Hayes with the driver. Going for the pin. There's two and a kick out by Carmelo. But Carmelo is down. Javon rolled to the apron. And now Javon from the apron with a clothesline. And now Evans once again dropping the elbow. And now Evans with the slap punches. And now what does Evan have in mind with this fisherman suplex? Hooking the leg, going for the pin, and another kick out by Hayes. Stomp to Hayes, but Hayes finds the reversal into a drop kick. Stomp to the arm, big elbow drop. And now Hayes with the moonsault to Evans. Not going for the pin. Carmelo Hayes said in a backstage interview that he will win he will tap out Javon here in this match. And now what does Javon have in mind? Carmelo catching the back and taking a big boot to Hayes. And now Hayes gets up the Intercontinental Champion. Off the ropes, big knee, down goes Evans. And now Javon, getting caught with the clothesline by the challenger. And now Hayes going to the outside. Hayes with the moonsault down on Javon. Going for the pin on Evans to win the Intercontinental Championship. And no, Javon kicking out. And now Hayes getting reversed by Javon. And now Javon planning Hayes with the DDT. And now what does Hayes have in mind? Off the, oh my God, cutter. But Evans didn't get all of it. And now Evans with the drop kick down on Hayes. And now Javon with the moonsault on Hayes for the pin to retain the IC title, and a kick out by Carmelo. Big elbow drop to Hayes now, and now Evans controlling this matchup. Big right hand, and now Evans getting caught with the chop, and now Hayes sending Evans onto the ropes. What does Carmelo have in mind? Sending Hayes to the outside. Carmelo with the suicide dive. Big kick to the head, and now Evans and Javon out to the outside. What a DDT by Carmelo. And now Carmelo sends Javon into the corner of the ringside area. But Javon finds a freaking Steiner down on that Carmelo. And now Evans gets Carmelo back inside the ring. Count of 5 by a referee. And now Javon climbs to the top rope. Evans getting up here. And now Evans with the Hurricane Rana trying to steal the win and retain the Intercontinental title, and a kick out by Carmelo. Stomp to the arms, and now Javon reversing Hayes once again. Clothesline by Javon, and another clothesline, and now Javon sweeping the leg of Hayes, and now Hayes getting up by Javon. Big right hand, and now Javon Evans from the corner, springboard cutter, no, and now Hayes with the crossface locked in on Javon Evans. Is Javon gonna tap out and lose his Intercontinental Championship? No. Big reversal by Evans. And now Evans with the roll through. No. Big kick to the side of the face. And now Evans and Javon going toe to toe, but Javon plants Evans. And now Evans trying to go for the clothesline, and he does. And now Evans has Carmelo in position for the moonsault again. Going for the pin to pin Carmelo Hayes and retain the Intercontinental Championship, and he does. Javon once again proving why.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, Javon Evans.
Proving why he's the Intercontinental Champion. What a match. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Berlin. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the World Heavyweight Championship match, as this man, Seth frickin' Rollins, got screwed out of his opportunity to capture the title at SummerSlam because Obafemi counted both of them out. And now Seth Rollins getting another shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, but not against Obafemi.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth Rollins is looking to become world champion once again here in the WWE. And the crowd is firmly behind Seth Rollins. And they singing to the visionary here in Berlin. And ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Champion has one hell of an opponent here tonight. But talking about the world champion, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the world champion. Here comes the man who defeated Obafemi on the episode of Raw after SummerSlam. The man with no fear in Penta. Obafemi. Adam Pearce was pissed about it, how he retained at SummerSlam, the biggest event of the summer, and gave Penta an opportunity.
His opponent from Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, the World Heavyweight Champion, Penta!
And Penta did not disappoint, but ladies and gentlemen, if you guys remember, on the Go Home show to Bash in Berlin, Penta took on CM Punk in what was one hell of a match. Punk gave everything he had at Penta, but Penta still came out victorious in that matchup. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take you down to Mike Rome for the ring introductions for this World Championship match. And this match is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Big reversal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Penta finds the right hand. Big right hand, big kick. And now Penta finds the right hand, big enziguri into the corner. And now Penta with the, oh my God, whisper in the wind on Seth. Gone for the pin is Penta, and a kick out by Rollins. And now Rollins finds a reversal, big reversal by Penta. And now Rollins and Penta gone head to head, sends Penta into the corner, big right hand. And now Rollins turns around Penta, and Rollins throws Penta into the corner, big German out of it. And now Rollins gets up Penta into the elbow collar tie. Now Penta, Rollins locking up, and Penta throws down the visionary. And now once again locking up here in this match. Into the headlock goes Penta. Big elbow to the head of the visionary. And now Penta getting thrown off the ropes, leapfrog by Rollins. Big punch to the kidney. Big right hand by Penta. And now look at Penta on the top rope. There's the crossbody by the world champion. And now Penta gets up Rollins. Big reversal by Rollins. Big chop. Big reversal by Penta, and who lays out both referee and Seth Rollins. And now there's a sling blade by Seth Rollins. And now Rollins can't find the moonsault. And now Penta turns around. Rollins kick to the midsection. Penta has Rollins for the Mexican Destroyer. Going for the pin. Referee's back up to his feet. Going for the pin. And that was a slow count by our referee. And now Penta climbing to the top rope. What does Penta have in mind? Penta turning around with the crossbody. Now going for the pin again on Seth Rollins. And once again, another slow count by our referee, John Cone. Big kick by Rollins. And now Rollins locking in the submission on Penta. But Penta fights out of it quickly. Into the corner, Rollins though lays him out with the clothesline. And now Rollins on the top middle rope. Penta getting up here in this match. Crossbody by Rollins, but Penta finds the counter, and down goes Rollins. And now Penta finding the elbow to the midsection. Penta with the leg drop. And now Penta with the right hand, big reversal by Rollins, big reversal by Penta. And now Penta with the backslide on Seth, going for the pin to beat Seth Rollins, and now a kick out. And now Penta rolls to the outside after the pin, big cross body, down goes both men. And now what does Penta have in mind? Big punch by Rollins. A kick to the midsection, and now Rollins off the ropes into a curb stomp. But not going for the pin. Rollins gets up Penta. Kick to the midsection, and now Rollins with the Penta driver. Going for the pin off the Penta driver. There's two, and Penta kicks out. Rollins used Penta's own move against him. And now look at Penta using Cerro Minero. And now Penta using the Penta driver on Rollins, now going for the pin to retain the world title, and now Rollins kicks out. Penta, the man with no fear, going toe-to-toe with the Visionary. Both men throwing everything they have at one another. Big swanton going for the pin on Rollins to retain the world title, and now once again Rollins kicks out. Big forearm by Penta, big kick, and now Penta finding the combination, having Rollins for the backbreaker, going for the pin, and we know the issues with Rollins is back in. Penta got the win. What an upset. But look at Rollins, he's pissed off. Rollins with the right hand to the referee. What was that for? Rollins has lost it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Berlin.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
And you guys heard it here first. It is time for the WWE Championship match. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to review here. AJ Styles went face to face with Braun Breaker on episode 38 of SmackDown. And Nick Aldis gave AJ Styles the opportunity to get himself the WWE Championship. But fast forward to a couple weeks later. The Go Home Show, a couple nights ago, here in the Uber Arena, here in Berlin, Germany, Braun Breaker put his WWE title on the line against Braun Strowman. And we all thought that was not that smart of a move. And ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles thought Braun Breaker was going to be champion going into this match. But Mr. Money in the Bank, Aleister Black, had other plans. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Aleister Black, after Braun Breaker retained against Braun Strowman in what was one hell of a main event, Aleister Black crashed the party. Aleister Black cashed in after attacking Braun Breaker with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Braun Breaker fell to Aleister Black with one black mask. And now Aleister Black walks in to Berlin as WWE Champion. And now Aleister Black here defending the WWE title against AJ Styles. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come in our main event, Sol Ruca, Jade Cargill, Extreme Rules 2 out of 3 falls. What was advertised, but Nick Aldis took away the 2 out of 3 falls count stipulation. It's just an Extreme Rules match. Anything goes in our main event for our Women's Championship. But can Aleister Black retain his newly won WWE Championship, or is the phenomenal AJ Styles gonna reclaim his 4th WWE Championship? Mike Rome, please take away with the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And his opponent from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, weighing in at 215 pounds, the WWE Champion, Aleister Black!
Is Aleister Black gonna be the shortest reigning WWE Champion? Or is Aleister Black gonna defeat AJ Styles and retain that WWE Championship? Ladies and gentlemen, we will find out in a matter of seconds. Referee, please ring that bell. And this matchup is underway. Aleister Black, AJ Styles, and Black coming off the Money in the Bank cash-in win with the combination starting out this matchup. And now Aleister kicks the back of AJ Styles. And now AJ getting back up into this match, and now more combination strikes by the man from Amsterdam. Now rolling up Styles for the backslide and a kick out by AJ. And now Styles with the chop of his own. And now Styles with the combinations. Down goes Aleister. And now attacking the leg of Black. And now AJ and Aleister locking up here in this matchup. And Aleister pushing off AJ Styles. Big form avoided. And now AJ and Aleister once again teeing off with those combination strikes by Aleister Black. AJ though popped right back up. Aleister sensed it. Big form. And now AJ finds the right hand. And now both men once again locking up here in this match. Aleister working over the shoulder of the Phenomenal One. And attacking the elbow of Styles now. And now Black wrenching on that shoulder once again. Attacking the shoulder of AJ. Trying to not make the Phenomenal Form a factor here in this matchup. And now once again wrenching on that shoulder is Aleister. Aleister Black is a dangerous competitor when it comes to submissions and technical wrestling. And now Aleister Black takes down AJ. And Aleister measuring up the beginning of the end for AJ Styles. In the corner, AJ, move out of the way, and he does. And now AJ with the drop kick down on Aleister. And now AJ gets up the WWE Champion, big right hand, and now Styles teeing off with his combination strikes. And now Styles with the sit-out tombstone. And now Aleister rolls to the outside. AJ follows and now attacking the arm of Aleister, trying to take away his strikes here in this matchup. Big reversal by Styles, sending Aleister back inside the ring. And now Styles bringing out his Money in the Bank gear here tonight. Aleister though finds a reversal, kicking Aleister off of AJ. Big right hand. Now Styles though finds the reversal. AJ gets reversed by Aleister. And now a big kick. And now Aleister Black finding the reversal. And now AJ locks in the calf crusher on Aleister Black, trying to tap out the WWE Champion. Is Aleister Black gonna tap out, or is AJ Styles gonna get out, or Aleister Black got out of it? And now Aleister sent AJ off the ropes. Big reversal into a more combination strikes. Down goes the Phenomenal One. And now Styles finds the reversal on Aleister. And now Aleister rolls up AJ Styles once again with the backslide. And another kick out by the Phenomenal. Big reversal. And now Styles and Aleister once again reversing one another. Big duck thunder. Aleister with the leapfrog. And now Aleister with the German, going for the pin on Styles. And another kick out by the Phenomenal. But now Aleister setting up in the corner. Big run up, big knee, down goes Styles. AJ might be out. But now Aleister looking to put the nail in the coffin. Ladies and gentlemen, how he won the WWE Championship. A big black mask going for the pin. There's two, and AJ Styles with the kick out. And now Aleister with the combination strikes and another black mask going for the pin. There's two, and AJ Styles is faded to black as Aleister Black retains his WWE Championship.
The WWE Champion, Aleister Black.
Congratulations to Aleister Black. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back live for our main event.
Contest is an Extreme Rules match, and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
And it is the Women's Championship match. And if you guys are just now tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton retained the United States Championship. Ilya Dragunov pinned John Cena. The Judgment Day are your new World Tag Team Champions. Javon Evans captured retained the Intercontinental Championship. Penta retained the World Heavyweight Championship, and Aleister Black retained the WWE title. But ladies and gentlemen, coming into this match, Sol Ruca did lose to Jade Cargill at SummerSlam, but it was episode 40, SmackDown. Sol Ruca beat Dakota Kai. That wasn't the start of that match. Jade Cargill did attack Sol Ruca and Dakota Kai after that matchup. But ladies and gentlemen, here comes the WWE Women's Champion. The woman that held 2 titles, but now only 1 because of Soruka. And now Soruka gotta be prepared for the storm that's about to come at her. And now Jade Cargill. Episode 38, if you guys remember. Jade Cargill defended the Women's United States Championship against Roxanne Perez. Soruka made her intentions known at ringside, interfering in that match, distracting Jade Cargill, and having Roxanne Perez capture the United States title in what was one hell of a match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill and Soruka are set for battle. And Soruka's not wasting any time, attacking the women's champion, but Jade Cargill attacking the leg of Soruka. And this match is underway. It's Extreme Rules, ladies and gentlemen. Anything goes, attacking the leg of Jade. And now Soruka and Jade Cargill. Big knee, big reversal by Cargill, big reversal by Soruka. And now Soruka gets up the women's champion. And once again, with the arm drag, down goes Jade Cargill. And if you, Soruka, you and Jade Cargill has been going to war the past couple months, ever since Clash in the Castle in Scotland, since Jade Cargill took your women's championship, and now Soruka and Jade Cargill are fighting one more time for the women's championship, and now Soruka plants Jade Cargill. But Cargill pops right back up, and Cargill getting taken out with the knee, and now there's a reverse Frankensteiner by Soruka. And now look at Ruka showboating in this match, but I wouldn't get too confident if I was you, Sol. And now Jade rolls up Ruka. Is this gonna be enough to pin the challenger? Now, Soruka reversing the pin on Cargill, and Cargill gets out of it quickly. And now Soruka for the moonsault. Cargill with the slam down. And now Cargill wants up the challenger here. Here in our main event, big reversal by Ruka into a German by Jade Cargill. Both of these women knows each other so damn well here in Universe Mode. And now Cargill off the, oh my god, off the ropes into a crossbody down on Sol. And now Cargill turns Soruka over. Big reversal by Ruka. And now Ruka off the ropes into a drop kick. And now Soruka showboating once again here in this matchup. And now where's Soruka going? Going to the outside, grabbing a steel chair. And this is no disqualification. Soruka can use anything to her advantage to defeat Jade Cargill. What a punch. And now Soruka once again trying to use that chair, but it's Jade Cargill with the complete dominance. One big boot to Soruka. And now it's Jade Cargill getting up the challenger. And now the crowd chanting, "We want tables." Face first goes Jade Cargill. And now Soruka has the chair once again, and now connecting with chair shots to Jade Cargill. And Soruka does not give a damn, just unloading on Jade. Just devastating chair shots by Soruka, bending that chair over the body of Jade Cargill, and now trying to hit her with the trash can. Soruka though finds the reversal, and now sending Jade back inside the ring. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Soruka obliging the WWE Universe, sending her in, sending a table into the ring, and now grabbing a ladder, setting up a barricade on the outside, and Jade with the axe handle. So Ruka was trying to inflict as much punishment as she can, but now it's Jade Cargill with the power, and down with the military press slam. And now Cargill with the power wants up Jade, or wants up Sol. And now Sol Ruka could be in trouble with the Jaded on the outside. And now Jade Cargill talking trash to Sol Ruka, and no pun intended, using the trash can as a weapon. And now Jade went face first into the ladder, and what in the hell does Sol Ruka have in mind? Big right hand, down goes Ruka. And now Jade getting back up, and now it's Jade Cargill and Sol Ruka locking up here in this match. And now Sol Ruka sent Jade back inside the ring. Jade Cargill thought otherwise about going to the top rope. Big right hand by Sol Ruka, and now Sol Ruka with the 450 clothesline. And now Sol Ruka gets up the women's champion, sending Jade Cargill over the top rope down to the ladder. And now Sol Ruka with the senton through the ladder through Jade Cargill. Ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill might be folded in half. And now Sol Ruka with the ladder, sending it inside the ring. Big right hand by Sol. And now Sol Ruka refusing to give up here. Into the announcer's table now, clearing that off. And now full head of steam into a shoulder tackle. And ladies and gentlemen, Sol Ruka gets up the women's champion. Sol Ruka with fire in her eyes, sending Jade, oh my God, side first into the ring post. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a blood feud. Sol Ruka wants her title back. Jade Cargill, the most dominant woman on the SmackDown roster. And now what does Sol Ruka have in mind? Big right hand by Jade though. Big right hand by Sol. And now big right hand by Jade. And ladies and gentlemen, these two women are brawling on the announcer's table. And now what does Sol Ruka have in mind? Sol with the suplex off the announcer's table. And now what does Ruka have in mind? Sending Jade back inside the ring, or back onto the announcer's table. Big forearm by Jade. And now Sol sends Jade off the ropes. Now big kick by Cargill. Big reversal. And now Jade got caught with the moonsault by Ruka. And ladies and gentlemen, Sol Ruka trying everything in her power to defeat Jade Cargill. On the announcer's table once again, Cruz Cargill. And Sol Ruka onto the top rope. Sol Ruka went for the moonsault. Crash and burned through the table. Jade Cargill finding the reversal. And now has Sol Ruka for the choke slam. And now Sol Ruka's down. Jade Cargill is in position with the sledgehammer. Sol Ruka throws a prime bottle, but Jade Cargill just trying to inflict pain and punishment towards Sol Ruka. Big boot, down goes Sol. And now Jade Cargill once again gets up Sol Ruka. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of the end for the challenger. Big Jaded on the carnage of the announcer's table. And now the WWE Universe chanting one more time. And now look at Sol sending Jade into the ring steps. And ladies and gentlemen, It's carnage on the outside. Weapons, bodies everywhere. Jade Cargill is lifeless near the corner of the ringside area. And now Sol attacking the leg of Jade Cargill. And now what does Sol Ruca have in mind? And now Sol Ruca getting caught by Jade into an Irish whip. And now Sol with the kick up. Big clothesline by Cargill. And another clothesline by Cargill. And now Cargill with the third clothesline trying to decapitate the challenger's head here in this match. And now Sol Ruca and Jade Cargill trying to inflict as much punishment on one another as they can. Big form, big reversal by Cargill. And now reversal by Sol Ruca. And now Ruca gets back inside the ring, so does Jade. Big right hand into a drop kick. And now both women are down. And now Jade rolls to the corner. Sol Ruca looking where that ladder is. Sol Ruca has bad intentions. Sol Ruca, face first goes Cargill on the ladder. Holy shit. And I do have to agree with the WWE Universe. This is awesome. And now Cargill and Sol Ruca. Oh my God! Sol Ruca went for the Soul Snatcher on the ladder. But now it's Cargill getting reversed by Ruca once again and down with the side slam. And now Ruca has bad intentions, having the world champion in her court right where she wants it. Sol Ruca with the power boom to Jade Cargill. And the crowd getting what they paid for. And now Sol Ruca once again with the 450 clothesline. Jade Cargill is out. Big shoulder tackle, down goes Sol Ruca, going for the pin, to pin Sol, and no, Sol kicks out. Big right hand, now Sol Ruca finds the reversal, big form, and now Sol Ruca sends Jade Cargill into the corner, big moonsault, now into a clothesline to the back of the skull. And now Jade Cargill going to the outside, grabbing a prime bottle. And ladies and gentlemen, there's carnage everywhere. Broken tables, broken bodies, sledgehammers. And now Jade Cargill looking to end Sol Ruca, looking to retain her title. Into a Jaded, down on Sol, going for the pin. There's two, and Sol kicks out. And now Sol with the Hurricane Rana, big reversal. And now Sol Ruca with the right hand. And now there's a face buster by Sol Ruca. And now look at Ruca playing cat and mouse with the women's champion. And now getting back inside the ring is the challenger Sol Ruca. And now, oh my God, referee caught in the crossfire. And now Jade throws the trash can inside the ring. Cargill got caught by Sol Ruca. Big drop kick down on Cargill. And now look at Cargill. Down and out. Sol Ruca apologizing to John Cone for the interference with the drop kick. And now running power slam. Cargill's head once again connecting with that ladder. And now Sol Ruca with the knee into another Frankensteiner. And Sol Ruca once again cutting off Jade from closing in on the women's championship. But now Sol Ruca got the ladder once again, throwing it at Jade Cargill. into a missile slide dropkick. And now Jade is in trouble. Jade Cargill with the Soul Snatcher. But Soul is not done. Soul's Ruka is not done. Down with the powerbomb. And now Jade Cargill is in trouble. Soruka off the ropes. Soul Snatcher. Oh, she defeated Dakota Kai. Going for the pin for the Women's Championship, and Jade kicks out. Jade Cargill refusing to give up her Women's Championship into a basement dropkick. And now Soruka climbing to the top of the ladder. What are you thinking? Soul moonsault avoided. And now Jade Cargill gets up Soruka. Big right hand into a roll-up on Jade Cargill for the Women's World Championship. And no, Jade kicks out. And now Jade once again getting up here. Soruka off the top of the ladder into a clothesline. And now the crowd chanting, "This is awesome." Up goes Cargill and down on the ladder. Back first goes Jade Cargill on the ladder. Now there's a moonsault. And now Soruka trying everything she can to win her Women's Championship back. Carnage everywhere you look. And now double knees to the face. But Ruka getting back up here. And now Ruka trying to connect with another frog splash, and she does. And now Soruka has the opportunity of a lifetime. Getting up Jade Cargill here. Jade got caught with the powerbomb. Stacking up Jade for the title. And Soruka has captured her Women's Championship back.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Soruka.
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and we will catch you next time. Peace out.